Let me take you back to a time when I was completely overwhelmed. I had set a big goal for myself to get healthier and start a consistent fitness routine. Simple, right? But here's the catch. I wasn't just bombarded by advice from well-meaning friends and family, but also from the outside world. Social media influencers were constantly telling me which workout routines were the best, what foods I should eat, and how to optimize my results. Friends were sharing their own success stories, suggesting different diets and exercise programs. My family, as supportive as they were, kept offering their unsolicited tips, and it didn't stop there. Every website I visited, every ad I saw, every new app that popped up, they all seemed to have an opinion on how I should be approaching this goal. At first, I tried to follow all of it. I thought that if I listened to everyone, I would find the perfect path. I jumped from one workout to another, trying every trend I could find. I experimented with different diets, trying to figure out what would give me the results I wanted. But guess what? It didn't work. I was confused, frustrated, and worst of all, I felt like I wasn't making any real progress. Instead of feeling empowered, I felt more lost and scattered than ever. It wasn't until I stopped, took a deep breath, and really thought about what I was doing that I realized something important. I was allowing all this external noise to drown out my own voice. I was following trends instead of listening to myself. The truth was, I wasn't focusing on what I needed. I was just chasing after whatever was popular, thinking that's what would get me where I wanted to go. So I decided to make a change. I chose to tune out the noise. I needed to stop listening to everyone else and start focusing on myself, on my own goals, my own body, and my own instincts. This decision wasn't easy at first. We're constantly surrounded by voices telling us what to do and how to live. But I knew I had to create space for my own thoughts, my own plans. To do that, I started carving out quiet time every morning. No phones, no distractions, just me and my thoughts. I had to be intentional about it, blocking off time when I could sit down and reflect without any outside influence. It was uncomfortable at first. My mind raced with all the things I thought I should be doing or what others might be doing. But I kept pushing through. At first, I simply asked myself a few simple but powerful questions. What do I truly want out of my fitness journey? What makes me feel good, and what feels forced or uncomfortable? Am I doing this because it aligns with who I am, or because I feel pressure from others? Gradually, the answers started coming to me. I realized that I didn't need to follow the latest trend or push myself into a rigid routine. What mattered most was finding a plan that worked for me here. I wanted something that I could commit to long term, something that felt natural and sustainable for my lifestyle. The gym routine I had been trying to force wasn't the right fit, but a home workout plan that focused on strength training and flexibility felt much more aligned with my needs. I stopped comparing myself to everyone else and started focusing on my own progress. I also stopped looking for the perfect diet. Instead of following what the experts were recommending, I listened to my body and learned about foods that made me feel energized and healthy, rather than adopting a fad diet just because it was trending. I began to enjoy cooking for myself again and focused on fueling my body with wholesome, nutritious food that felt good and worked with my schedule. It wasn't just about the physical aspects of fitness. As I tuned out the noise, I realized that I needed to shift my mindset too. I wasn't trying to impress anyone with my body or my progress. I was doing it for myself, to feel stronger, more energized, and more confident. When I stopped comparing myself to others, I started to build a healthier relationship with myself. I learned that tuning out the noise wasn't just about filtering out distractions. It was about being honest with myself, trusting my instincts, and giving myself the space to grow at my own pace. It was about listening to what my body needed and blocking out all the pressure and expectations from the outside world. Challenge. Now, I want you to try this too. Tomorrow, or whenever you can, take 1 hour for yourself. No phone, no media, no distractions. Just you and your thoughts. Sit in silence, reflect on what you want to achieve, and ask yourself some tough questions. What do I really want from my life and my goals? Am I truly following my own path, or am I simply following what others are doing? What will it take for me to trust my own voice over all the noise?